Hello everyone and welcome to Homeschool with me, Miss Smith. So today my goal is to help you understand what you need to do on day 1 of your distance learning packet. This video is for friends that have a distance learning packet that looks like this for ELA and says grade 2 distance learning. So if your packet looks like that, then you are in the right place and on the right video, so please continue watching. If your packet says something else, please find the video that I've written for your ELA packet. So if you're in the right place, welcome to day 1. My goal for today is to help you understand what you need to do in ELA and in math, and also to make it a little bit more fun, I'm going to add in some jokes and some tidbits of information. So let's start with ELA. For day 1, the first thing that you need to do is you need to look at a word ladder about utensils. So what you're going to do is you're going to read the clues on the sides of the ladders to find a word. That first word is going to help you with the next word. You're going to change one letter, the last letter, to solve the next clue. Okay, so you need to go from top to bottom to solve the clues and end with the word spoon. So that word spoon is going to help you as well as those different clues. Okay, so that first thing you need to do is a word ladder. You're connecting different words and different clues to finally get to the word spoon. After you complete that, you need to read a poem called Snowman Song, okay? You want to read the poem 2 times so that you really understand what the poem is saying and are able to answer questions about that poem. Once you finish reading the poem, there's questions where it says read and think. There are 3 questions that you need to answer. What is the sun's heat doing to the snowman? Why does the snowman wish he had 2 legs? And how do you think the snowman feels about freezing weather? Can you find a line in the poem that provides your answer? Or proves your answer, sorry. So there are some lines underneath the poem where you can write those answers. If you need a piece of notebook paper or something like that and you'd prefer to write them on there, that's totally fine, okay? As long as you're answering those 3 questions about that snowman poem. The last thing that you need to do today is read about a visit to the zoo. You want to read this 2 or 3 times. That way you really make sure you understand what the questions are asking and you understand the poem or the story. And then there are a few questions to answer about it, and you can color the evidence in different colored crayons. If you don't have different colored crayons, you can underline and then put the letter of the color. So R for red, B for blue, G for green. Once you answer the 3 questions, you need to write, I lied to you. You need to cut out the sentences that they give you, and you need to put them in a true column or a false column. So if the sentence is true, you tape it or glue it in the true column. If the sentence is not true, based on the story, you put it in the false column. You can tape it or glue it, or if you don't have either of those things at home, rewrite the sentences in the true or false column. Okay? So those are the 3 things that you need to do today for day 1 of your distance learning packet. Now, I want to get to the fun part. On Tuesdays, I'm going to call it Tidbit Tuesday. So just like our morning meetings usually have a theme, my videos are going to have a theme. It's going to be something small, but a little bit of fun. So I'm going to give you a tidbit, which means a little bit of information about a topic. Today's topic, since it is St. Patrick's Day for me, and possibly for you if you're watching this, I'm going to give you some facts about St. Patrick's Day. Here's the first fact. It was named the friendliest day of the year by Guinness Book of World Records. Legend has it that St. Patrick stood on a hill in Ireland and banished all the snakes from the island. It's a legend, so we don't know if it's true, but maybe today you can spend some time researching that. Other names for the holiday include the Feast of St. Patrick's Day and St. Paddy's Day. And in 1991, March was proclaimed Irish American Heritage Month in the United States. So we're supposed to celebrate Irish Americans. So that is your tidbit of information about St. Patrick's Day. Moving on to math. Your math packet should look like this. It should say Distance Learning 4th Grade Math. There are 3 things you need to do in math today. They're not terrible. They're pretty easy things. The first thing you need to do is just like our normal math homework. There is some fact fluency. You need to do day 1, which is these 2 columns. Okay, just day 1, these 2 columns of multiplication and division problems. Once you complete that, you're moving on to the word problem page. On this word problem page, you're only doing the first word problem. You're not doing all 5. You're doing just one word problem on here. Just the So Fun Shop. Okay? Once you finish that, there's 2 pages, 3 pages actually, all about place value. Okay? These are things we learned at the beginning of the year. Looking at place value, understanding place value, and answering questions about place value. The final thing that you need to do is a game. For this game, you need to read the directions on this page and this page. And you also need the number cards at the back of your packet. They're on the second to last page of your packet, and they look like this. Make sure that you don't throw these away when you're done with them today because you need them for a couple other activities. So put them in a baggie, paperclip them here, put them somewhere safe so that you don't lose these cards. Okay? You can play this game with your brother or sister, mom or dad, grandma or grandpa, yourself, your dog, your cat, or whoever you have at home to play with. Okay? So that is all that's expected of you today for ELA and for math. So I want to leave you with 2 things. Number 1, make sure if you have any questions about the packet, the games, the reading, the poems, anything that you need help with, mom and dad don't understand, you need a little bit of assistance, do not hesitate to email me, message me on Blooms, send me a message in your Office 365, whatever works for you. I'm available all day. I'll be checking my emails and everything all day long. Lastly, I want to leave you with a joke of the day. Today's joke is St. Patrick's Day themed, and here's our joke. It's more like a riddle than a joke. What is a leprechaun's favorite cereal? Well, Lucky Charms, of course. That's all from Homeschool with me, Miss Smith. Hope you enjoy your day 1 of distance learning.